What's good, everybody? I just want to do another shoe review. Sorry to all you gamers, I haven't really put any video game videos out, but I will be doing like a pickups video beginning of next week. I got tons of stuff to show you guys. But I wanted to do, before I do my Air Jordan 15 review, I wanted to do my Allen Iverson question and answer review. I only own 2 pairs of these kicks. Let me just get to the kick already. So here are the questions. The white and red Giants. Now these are hot, dude. Got the 3 in the back, you know, 3 on the jersey. These came out in 1996, around this, I guess you could say, like around the same time the 11s are out as well. Kind of got the same design with the whole toe, the clean toe, kind of like the 11s, but they're red, and it kind of has like the clear sole at the bottom, which is funny because these don't yellow up at all. They stay blue. Unlike the Jordan 11s, where you wear them, you know, like 0.5 times and they're already yellow. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. Like, why doesn't Jordan brand just make the soles like this and just make them blue? You know? I guess Reebok already figured out how to do it. Jordan brand's still trying to figure out with their dumbasses up in that. Their board meetings trying to figure this shit out. But they got, the thing I like about this kick is it's just sweet. It's just, at the same time, it is kind of bulky. Like, it kind of has like this honeybee, you know, bubbles to it. It's kind of like Swedish nubuck at the toe. And on the laces, the lace holders, it says, reads out Reebok. Has a Q on the back. That's pretty much it. Let me show you them together. A funny story about these, back when these came out, I remember I wanted these shoes, but I didn't want this color. They came out with a whole rack of colors actually, but the ones I wanted were the exact same kick, but the only difference was that it was blue instead of red. It was navy blue. It was dark suede navy blue, and I thought those were so beautiful. Oh my gosh, I was so close to getting them too. I saw them at a shoe store, but they only had like a full size bigger than what I usually wear, and I didn't buy them. And now they're so hard. I cannot find them. I have no idea where to find them. And if I do find white and blue ones, they're not suede. They're like leather. They're like shiny leather. It's ugly, but man, I love those so much. I can honestly say those were one of the first shoes I really, really wanted, and I still want today. And I just can't find them, man. They're just hard to find. But these are the questions. Just want to show you guys that. So I'll get to the next kick. So these are Iverson's first shoe. Let me just put these back right quick. Alright, so the questions, those were the questions, and so these are the Iverson answers. These are the retros. The ones I just showed you, the questions were actually retro twice, but I have the first retro one, so they really have 3 altogether. But these are the only retro these, I believe, I think they retro these twice as well, or maybe once. But these are the first retros, and they're all leather. But I remember a lot of people had these back in the day, because these came out when I was in middle school. But the originals were all patented leather. Well, here on the retros, I don't know if you guys can see, but the tongue is patented leather. So pretty much the whole shoe looked like this. But for some reason, in the retros, they made it leather. I don't know why. But the 3 colors I remember are these, the black and gold. There's also white. The whole shoe was white with red. And then there was like navy blue with like gold. But I got these, and I think these are like the DMX technology. I don't know. I could be wrong. But man, Reebok was innovative, man, for real. You know what I'm saying? They knew what was up. When they had Iverson, that's pretty much when everything just was good for them, man. Like, Reebok came back with Iverson. Iverson had a lot of good kicks, man. I don't know how many kicks he came out with, but he came out with a whole bunch. Even to like the very last ones, they still look pretty tight. I don't have any of those. They're so hard to find, man. But when you do find them, they're pretty cheap. They're not that bad. But since these are the retros, both of these shoes came in this similar box. 10th anniversary. So you open it up, and it has like a collage of like Iverson and all this other stuff. It came with this type of paper. 10th anniversary Reebok shoe paper. and they both came with this book. It's like Iverson's little book. It just kind of just shows like quotes from Iverson, you know, pictures of his shoe game. You know, Iverson was the man back in the day, dude. He really was. You know, he deserved, I believe he deserved a championship, but his team wasn't that great. Sixers weren't that great. I mean, he's a bum now. I mean, I don't know where Iverson's at. He's probably dead somewhere in an alley or something. I don't know. Who fucking cares now? But back in the day, he was hot, and his shoes were hot. His jersey's hot. This is his rookie jersey. But yeah, man, just wanted to show you guys that. I will be doing my Air Jordan 15 review later. I also wanted to say about the infrared pack, man. The sixes, like, you know, I've been reading up on them, and it turns out they're going to be super limited, and I pretty much won't get a pair because, you know, I'm not going to wake my ass up at fucking God knows how early to get some shoes. I'm going to try to get them online, which I'm probably like 99% sure I won't get them online. So, but if I can't get them online, I'm sure as hell not going to wake up and get them. So if I can't get them online, I'm not going to get them. You know, it sucks because, I mean, I'm willing to pay my money for some shoes, you know. I mean, not only, I hate packs, man. I hate buying 2 shoes. That's so fucking gay, you know what I'm saying? That's so retarded. 2 shoes? I just want 1 pair of shoes. 2 shoes, that's so stupid. But I'm saying, like, why make these super limited? You know, like, barely any stores are getting them. You know, I want to get them. You know, I love infrared, man. I remember when the first retros came out back in high school, and a lot of people had them. My good friend had them. You know, his brother was able to get them. He rocked them joints. I loved them, man. I love infrared. But I'm just going to vent out because, for real, I really hate the shoe game the way it is. Like, back in the day, you know, back in the 90s when I was a kid or a teenager or whatever, you know, you go to the store and you buy Nikes, right? That was before limited shoes came out, you know, all these bullshit quick strikes. Back in the day, you know, when you bought a pair of kicks and your game was on point, was because you had the money to buy them. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like your game is on point not only because you have the money to buy them, but because you have the limited shoes that nobody else has, which is ridiculous. Because back in the day, there was no limited shoes. Limited shoes, that's gotta be the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life, dog. The dumbest, most ridiculous piece of shit garbage I've ever heard in my life. For real. That is, you know, it's like, back in the day there was no limited shoes because Nike has realized now that people don't just buy Jordans by basketball, you know. Nobody buys Jordans for basketball anymore. Let's be realistic. Nobody buys them for basketball. Everybody buys them to, you know, either look cool or, I don't know, they want to be the only ones with them. You know, if you're going to play basketball, you're either going to buy the new Nikes or you're going to play ball on some Reeboks or some Adidas. You know what I'm saying? So, like, now Nike intentionally makes these limited shoes. You know, like, for instance, the Bin 2s, these leather 2s that are just like, what the fuck? Brown leather, good quality basketball shoes? Like, same with the Undefeated 4s. It's like, the fuck? Like, I think that's what's ruining the shoe game, man. These limited shoes, these shoes you can only get at certain stores. Like, what the? They're fucking basketball shoes. They're meant to be worn and play basketball. Dog, that's why I like collecting video games. Because they don't make a certain amount of video games. Imagine they only made 100 copies of Call of Duty 4. Imagine that. That's stupid. Only 100 people are going to be playing that game. It's the same thing with Jordans. Only a couple people are going to be having these shoes. They're fucking shoes, man. Like, I just want to vent just because I really wanted these kicks, and I really thought I was going to have a chance to get them. But now that they're super limited, you know, my chances are very low. And, you know, dog, I'm not going to camp out. That's the most ridiculous thing in the world. And on top of that, it's $300. It's like, come on, man. You know, I'm going to try, and if I do get my pair, I'll be, like, the happiest guy in the world. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been lucky with all my releases, man. You know, I've got the DMPs because I knew a security guard. You know, I got all these release days. I've just been lucky. You know, but now I am not into that, so who knows, man. Sorry about me rambling on, man. I'm sorry. This was more about the Iverson kicks than anything. But I just wanted to just vent out because Jordan Brand is some dickheads. You know what I'm saying? They can go fuck themselves. You know, and the thing that sucks is they got me by the balls, you know what I'm saying? I'm like a fucking zombie, dude. It's like I gotta get these shoes, and I'm like talking mad shit about Jordan. I'm like the biggest hypocrite in the world right now, you know what I'm saying? I am, man. And Jordan brand has a lot of people by the balls, you know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people buy every fucking Jordan shoe, whether they're fucking ugly, you know what I'm saying? And they're like $500, and it sucks, you know? So if you're new to the shoe game, get the fuck out, cause for real, once you get in, there's no way of getting out, man. I'm fucking telling you. If you haven't bought any shoes yet and you're thinking of buying them, don't do it. I'm telling you, man. It's a lot of money, man, for real. And I don't know, man. That's why I like the video game community, because they're mad cool. You know, I like the shoe community, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't know, man. It's just a whole different world. But anyways, guys, sorry about that. If you want to unsubscribe, that's cool, you know what I'm saying? I like to just express my opinions and my views on certain shit that I don't like. But anyways, once again, thanks for watching, and peace out.